Alright, so what we have here is the Phantom 2 non-vision, the upgraded one, and the DJI Zenmuse H3 2D gimbal for the Phantom 2. It's specially designed or something. And then I'm recording this with a GoPro, so I have the app on here so I can see what the camera sees. I'll just put this back there for now, whatever. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get this opened. Like I said, it's the non-vision one, so it doesn't have the extra or the integrated camera. You have to supply your own. I have a GoPro Hero 3 that I'm going to be using with this. But yeah, so a couple pieces of tape. Get the knife out of the way, and we will get this box open. Get this hand, or adjust the camera a little bit. Get this handle out of the way. And this is a post commentary because the audio that I recorded during the thing, my microphone didn't capture it, so I'm having to watch the video and now I'm talking after the fact. So if something seems a little bit off, it's because it probably is. But yes, we got the main thing out of the box. See, it's in this little like styrofoam type cardboard packaging, the little info packet on top. Open it up, and so we got some stickers and some literature, a couple different colors. Probably use the red and the blue ones, go for a American flag type thing. But yeah, there's a quick start guide. It goes over the basic functions and just initial setup stuff. Seems pretty good. And then we have the Japanese version, which I won't use. And then disclaimer, warranty, safety, all that fun stuff that nobody ever reads. And set that off to the side. And then we have this little strap thing, which I tried to open it, through the little tab thing, but it decided not to work, so I just ripped it. Pull that out of the way. And then lift off the top, and there is the Phantom 2. Well, pretty much pre-assembled. All I gotta do is throw the props on it, but for the most part it's pre-assembled. And you gotta use that with it, or you can, I think there's a way you can buy like a hard mount for it, so the gimbals are pretty expensive. You gotta save a few bucks and just hard mount it, but you get better footage with the gimbal. Stabilizes it a lot better. We'll go ahead and start with this one. Got a little piece of tape on it. Cut that real quick. And then open it up, and we have the charger and cables and such. It's a micro USB to USB for updating the chopper and your controller. It's the charging brick and the power cable. And there's also some adapters for different countries and stuff, but I don't need those, so they'll just stay in the box. Set that off to the side. Keep the stuff I want. Kind of separating everything with what I'll use and what I won't use. Now, this is the controller. It'd be fairly familiar, yeah, if you've used RC controllers in the past. Um, Sticks are fairly springy, so they're good center tendencies, and then they're not too stiff. They're not too soft either. They got a good feel to them. And then there's a little tag on the back that kind of breaks down the what the lights on the Phantom are telling you. I'll probably keep that on there for a little bit until I get used to it. And then the red band just kind of tells you what all the sticks and switches do, and just like basic takeoff stuff. It's a pretty decent remote. Got a good feel to it. I really like the sticks so far. A nice spring to them. And then we have the chopper itself, which was considerably lighter than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be, to have a good heft to it, but it's surprisingly light. It's sturdy, but it's fairly light. And you have your integrated smart battery. That's a big improvement over the first gen, which would just use regular LiPos. It's a 5200 milliamp hour 11 volt LiPo, and that's how you turn it on and off. You just leave that in there and a little button on there. They're pretty expensive to replace, so you gotta take it easy with those. And like I said, the thing is fairly light. That, I believe, is the cable for the gimbal. Plugs in and gives you your balancing stuff, and just a couple other antennas and ports and sensors and stuff. And there you have your LED indicators on all four corners, tell you what the chopper is doing. And your motors, I believe they're brushed, but not 100% sure. And comes with blades, comes with 2 full sets, which is nice. They give you some extra blades in case you have hard landing or something. And then a little screwdriver, a little flattened Phillips, reversible screwdriver for taking stuff apart and probably attaching the gimbal and stuff. Just a nice feature. Decent little screwdriver. Then up in the top, got a bag of random assorted stuff. I'll open that up real quick. Looks like there's a couple extra pieces of the tape for just securing wires and stuff once you get everything added. A couple extra feet for the landing pads. That's a wrench for removing your props. They're self-tightening, but after a little bit of use, they get fairly tight. So you take the wrench and pop off that thing real quick. And that kind of just slots in there so you can hold the motor still while you pull the prop off. Nice feature. And then some M3 screws for, I don't know what. They have thread locker on them, but don't know what they're for yet. Just throw all the stuff back in the bag, keep it organized. Pop these off, just little safety stickers. You want to make sure you take those off. You don't want to leave them on there. I'll go ahead and install a set of the props. Get them on there, see how the thing looks mostly complete. and you can see the color coding. The one's black, one's silver, corresponds to the motors. You can see the black dot on that one, and then the other side doesn't have a dot, and that's for your clockwise and counterclockwise rotating blades. And you want to put the right blade on the right side, or else it won't work. They're threaded differently, and that's what gives you your self-tightening. Just sit them on there, tight down, and then as the motor spins, it cranks them down even tighter. And this one, the motor spins the opposite way, so you spin the blade on the other way. And that's it. I know the first gen had little locking nuts that you had to keep on there and keep tightened, but these ones, they're the self-tightening, so they're super easy to put on and remove. Good design. Flip it around and do the other side. Same thing, just match the colors up, and it tells you right on the blade what way to spin it for locking and what way to spin it for unlocking. And there you have it. You got the 4 blades put on. A small gap between blades, but you know they don't touch, so that's good. Keeps it a nice small profile. And there's the micro USB port for updating and firmware changes and tuning and all that fun stuff. Get into that later. Now we'll go to the gimbal. In a pretty nice package with the DJI branding on it, and then you just slide off the outer sleeve. Got some literature, kind of basic installation and quick start guide. Pretty self-explanatory. Pull off that little cover. It's just a protective piece. There's nothing in there. That is the mounting plate. It's got the little shock absorbers, the anti-jello stuff as it's called. Pretty stiff, but you know it's got a good amount of cushion to it. It'll keep your footage from getting kind of blurry from the vibrations. Got another set of ones. I think they're a little bit softer. Can't tell for sure. Looks like some mounting screws or something. Find out later. Another set of the little shock absorbers. These ones feel a little bit stiffer. I know one said 30 degrees, one said 40 degrees. I don't know if that's like the stiffness. That's the bracket for mounting the Hero 3, which is the only camera this works with. You need the Hero 3. It won't work. I don't think it'll work with the Hero 2, and it won't work with anything else. Just a bag of assorted screws, and then there's the gimbal. It feels pretty solid. You know, it's all aluminum, and your integrated connector for your Hero 3. It charges the battery a little bit, but the battery on the GoPro will far outlast your Phantom battery, so you know you don't got to worry about that. But if you put it on with no battery life, it'll charge it a little bit, and then that's how you get the video for first person flying. And it's super smooth. There's not a lot of play in it. The motors are super smooth, so they get that installed and going, and it should work pretty well. Get stuff out of the way. Well, that is the unboxing of the Phantom 2. So that's the non-vision version, no integrated camera, and the Zenmuse H3 2D gimbal. So get this hooked up and give it a couple test flights, and then I'll get some footage and get a good recording of it, and that'll be posted a little bit later. So hope you enjoyed the video.